Hello, I'm Ron Clark. I wanted to let you know I taught 5th grade for 4 years in North Carolina. You need a teacher, I need a job, so let's help each other out.
Mr. Clark, I'm sure you're very sincere, but I'm afraid you might be a little too...
Too what? Too white, too tall, too ugly?
nice.
This movie is about a small-town teacher, and he gets a job teaching 6th grade in our Harlem Elementary.
He's certainly out of his element. You know, he's a white guy coming into a pretty predominantly all-black school. I think he's all wrong for it, but there's something about his eagerness, you know, to want to do the job.
Last year, this class went through 6 different teachers before Christmas.
Nobody wants them, and I do, so what's the problem? These kids don't really have anybody in their lives that believe in them until Ron comes into their lives. This year is going to be about more than school. This year, we are going to be a family.
But you don't look nothing like me.
One of the things that I like about this movie is he kind of tricks these kids into learning. All right, I'll make you a deal. If I learn how to double Dutch, then you guys got to learn something from me.
What?
Everything you need to know for the 7th grade.
I think in the beginning, they see in Mr. Clark like, oh, we can scare him. He's just another white teacher trying to come in here and teach us. We can scare him easily.
They tried their best to get him to leave, and eventually they realized that he was there to stay.
Good morning, Julio. Mr. Turner.
Fool came back.
Fooled it indeed.
Ron Clark was an amazing teacher, an amazing human being, really. Just so creative in the way that he got the attention of kids who never had paid attention before in school, who had never been treated with any respect.
I didn't want to be a teacher. I just wanted to have adventure, but I found out that there's more adventure than the 4 walls of a classroom than anywhere I'd ever traveled in the world. I mean, the classroom is such a powerful place where you have the opportunity to lift up kids, to inspire them, to teach them to love life and to love learning. It was wonderful, and I found out that that was where I was supposed to be.
And every year I tell my students to go for what they want in life. Dream big, take risks. It's time I started living up to my own words.
The first time I heard about Ron Clark was quite literally the first time I saw the script. I read it and I just couldn't believe this guy. And I actually had to go back to one of our people in the office and say, is this really all true?
I was on the treadmill and I was watching Oprah, and Ron Clark came on. And after about 15 minutes, I realized that I was crying, and Oprah was crying, and everyone on every treadmill was crying.
There was Oprah talking about why Ron was her hero, and that sparked it for both of us. So we tracked him down. That was really how it all started.
When they first said that they were going to start writing the script, I said, I want it to be true to these kids. I wanted to show the passion that I put in that classroom, and also these kids, the improvements they made and how successful they became just because someone believed in them.
Everyone thinks we're losers, Mr. Clark.
You are not losers. These rules, they represent everything you've accomplished this year. And I'm proud of you.
Ron spent hours and hours with the writers, giving them stories and information and really profiles on all of the kids that he taught the 2 years he was in Harlem. Shamika was challenging, but ended up exceeding beyond anybody's wildest dreams, except Ron's.
Why are you doing this? You give her these grand ideas and this world's just gonna crush her down.
I just know she's a great student, a born leader, creative, intelligent.
Shamika. My Shamika.
I think this is the first time I've ever done a story about a real person, and there really are a lot of responsibilities that come with that.
We wanted to do a movie that we could all be proud of, but not sacrifice the integrity of the world from which this story came.
Look, you can't be in and not roll. I was thinking maybe we could walk to school together. We can do a last-minute review of the test on the way.
My first impression when I read the script, I just thought it was an amazing story, and then just knowing that it was Matthew Perry in the role, I could see it just came to life for me as I read it.
What, you feel helpless? They feel that way every day. Don't give up, Ron.
He is a perfect person to play Ron Clark because he doesn't play the role too serious.
I kind of wanted to bring my own stuff to the role and kind of capture certainly the spirit of him. Now let's get down to some presidential learning. We'll start with George Washington, straight from Mount Vernon. It's a president's rap. All right, okay.
he's portraying that passion and that connection with those students. And so I'm really thankful that he's the one who was selected to play me in this movie.
Matthew Perry has a wonderful sense of humor and a spontaneity, and I think that's probably a place where he and the real Ron Clark intersect.
I'll be playing you.
Oh, hey, how are you doing?
Great to see you.
This is weird for you. It's weird for me.
This is great to have you here, man.
I was excited just to go to the clothing department and to see all the wardrobes and stuff. That was really cool to me.
Yeah, we have to talk about your ties.
Come on now. You don't like the ties?
No, that's a good tie. Now I'm thinking, can we switch it all and wear that?
Walking on the set today for the first time was very strange. It was like walking into my past. It was like walking into my old classroom, seeing my old students, and then seeing me standing there at the front of the classroom, and it was very emotional.
It's been extremely emotional because for the first time I feel like I'm really experiencing the kind of connection and bond that the real Ron has made with these kids.
Please don't leave because of me, Mr. Clark.
We've heard the stories, now you put these scenes together and you know they're working when they grab you in the gut and you feel the lump in your throat.
One of my favorite scenes in this movie is he's walking through the hall and he sees a little boy in a garbage can because the teacher has put him in there because he doesn't know what else to do with them, and he takes him out and really communicates with the kids.
Teacher says I can't learn, so I should go with the trash.
I'm Mr. Clark. Nice to meet you. I'm so sorry. I'm so forgetful. What's my name again?
It's Mr. Clark.
Oh, see? You just learned something.
I do think he's magic. But I think the thing that makes him magical is that he genuinely believes in the potential of human beings.
He really bends over backwards to help these kids, and to watch them kind of triumph is moving. That's why I'm here.
The problem isn't the kids. It's not even what they can achieve. The problem is what you expect them to achieve. In May, they'll all test at grade level.
I don't see how that's possible.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say grade level? I meant above grade level.
It's a story that everybody can relate to. Everybody can relate to, a story that brings hope to children who were really just down in the dumps.
He showed an interest after they walked out of those doors. It wasn't just in the classroom, and I think that's what they saw, and I think that's how he got to them.
But you about to tell me that crime doesn't pay?
Sometimes it costs. And in this case, 3 one-hour study sessions with me.
When you see this movie and you see the end of it and what really happens to these kids and the things they accomplish, it's all true.
For exceptional artistic achievement, Tayshawn Mitchell.
Really what makes Ron a phenomenal person is that he cares so deeply about children, not just getting a good education, but becoming good people, good citizens. And that you have to step away from the class and start with the individual, and that they have dignity and self-respect and dignity for others. That anybody who's a champion for those causes makes me want to be part of their life.
If you dream big and you think big, anything's possible.
If you trust me, you can learn more than you ever dreamed of. And that's a promise.
My students have taught me more about life than I could ever have learned from any other avenue or anywhere else. I mean, they tell me what life's about, how it feels when you really change the life of another person, and how it feels when you teach someone else their potential and show them their talents. That's a powerful thing.
I certainly could have benefited from having a teacher like Ron Clark.
See Matthew Perry, The Ron Clark Story.